Hi, welcome to a Christmas themed tutorial for Lightwave. We're going to make a sparkly pendant hanging down thing from the tree. So just going to do some quick things. So here we're going to use modeler and we're going to click on disk and we're going to hold down control to constrain our proportions and make a big disk. Next I'm going to use the down cursor key to reduce the number of segments we have in our disk. And now what I'm going to do is select every other point on this disk. There we go. To create a nice star shape. Doesn't need to be too starry. Okay. So now we have our star pointing upwards, so let's hit Shift E to extrude and just pull it down a little bit. Let's just check that it's working, both extruding both ways. Good, good, good. Okay. Next, I'm just going to shrink that down a bit. It's too big. Okay. Next, I'm going to move this up a little. And I'm going to use multiply mirror Y to create a matching pair. Okay. Now that these are done, I'm going to select both inward pointing faces, and in multiply still I'm going to use extend spline bridge, and I have a bridge now between those two polygons, but what I want to do is up the number of divisions, like that would do, and I'm going to twist a little bit. So we now have a nice twisty shape. Okay, I'm going to hit space to leave it like that. That looks good. And what I'm going to do now is select my two stars at the top and bottom, and I'm going to make a pole. Make pole. What this does is create a single dot in the center of each polygon, and then it pulls lines in towards it. So I now only have 3 vertices and 4 vertices. I don't have any more than 4 vertices. However, I do have lots of non-planar polygons. Okay, and let's just get rid of all my polygons and select my non-planars. This is because I've been twisting them, so they are going to naturally be twisted in more than one dimension and thus be non-planar. So I can hit Shift T now to triple them, and they'll no longer be non-planar. They will be 3 vertex, as you can see. So this works as it stands, but I think I'd like to go a bit further. So let's try just subdividing further. I'm going to use faceted, and I'm going to do 100% fractal. And that gives us a nice crackly kind of surface. Okay, so let's save that. Sparkly pendant. Okay, yes, I'm over it. And I'll just send that over to layout. Okay, this view's a bit close in, but there we go. That's my view. And what I'm going to do is, over the course of 60 frames, I'm going to have my pendant rotate by 360 degrees. Okay, so That's cool. And let's just change that back down to 60 as well, so that I can now just run my animation through. And we can see that it's got some sparkly bits there, but let's see if we can up that a little bit. So I'm going to add an extra viewport. And for me, my keyboard shortcut is Alt-V, as you can see, and that just gives me a new viewport. If you don't have that, then you can come here and just go Add Viewport, and if you want to add a keyboard shortcut to it, you can using Alt F9 for all the keyboard shortcuts. But we'll do that another time. Alright, so I have my extra viewport. I'm going to switch that to shaded, and it's a bit tedious at the moment, so let's just go in here and make it a little bit more interesting. Alright, first of all, I want roughness upped, and I want my specular upped. In fact, I don't even need to do that particularly, because what I'm going to do is change my metallic. I'm going to change my metallic all the way up to 100%. And this gives us some lovely sparkly looks to here. And I'm just going to make the colour a little bit more interesting as well. So let's just add a gradient. And here I want it to be white. And here I'm going to switch to HSV mode. And this one. Let's up the saturation a bit so we can see. That's cool. That's nice. Let's just go a bit further back. Okay. So we've got some weird colours there, and you can choose the colours you want, obviously. And for my gradient, I am going to add that to the colour of my thing. And at the moment, it's just here because our gradient is set to the X coordinate. We can set it to the Y coordinate, and it will just be glowy up like that. But let's not do that. Let's not choose one of those. Let's go a bit weird and go geometric normal, and we use that as our input. Normally that should be a vector, but just occasionally you can get something nice just by changing those things up. And as you can see, we've got some nice color shifts going on there. What I'm going to do now is set this as my viewport for making a preview, and I'm going to make a preview, and I'll pause the video and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, there we go. So there we go. What do you think? Kind of pretty. Anyway, that's it. All right, bye.